Right, friends, a Rivian update today. We got three things. One, I had a system fault driving down the freeway at 75 miles an hour and the truck quit driving and quit steering. So that was exciting. That's coming up at the end. I got the brand new tonneau cover fixed. So this is a launch edition R1T and my tonneau cover has never worked. It actually broke on delivery day on the truck going to my house. So I've never actually seen it work. And then last, I designed the best Rivian armchair insert. It's a 3D printable part. I'll put a little link in the description where you can pick one up. My son's gonna be 3D printing them and selling them in the summer. But it's super modular and basically solves all the problems for little insert storage inside of the armchair. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so this is, just got back from the Rivian Service Center. I have actually never seen this work. So I pre-ordered in 2019. I've had it for like a year and a half and I've never seen the tonneau cover even out. So this is gonna be exciting. This is the first time we're gonna try it and see if it works. Are you girls excited?
Yeah!
All right, let's give it a whirl. Ready? Steady, go. Wow.
Put it back out. I'm gonna get it right down. Dad, put it out, put it out, put it out.
Turn around your head so it's out here. It works. All right, it definitely sounds a lot better. I think the actual slats are completely different as well, but let's go and put it out again. Ready?
Yes!
There it is, maiden voyage. Uh-oh. So there it is. They're nice and solid. Let's lock them in. All right, girls. Watch your hair out, Brooke. So that's the new fix for the tonneau covers. I have a little bit of flex. You can see when I push on them in the middle. Ironically enough, they look like they're on backwards. You see how it's all smooth this way with the back of the truck? But if we come over this way, you can see all the bumps, and you'd think the wind is gonna come over the top of the truck and go like this, and you wouldn't want the wind catching on all those little lips. You'd think you'd want them like that. I don't know. Beats me. Maybe that's the only way they can go in when they rock, but they definitely kind of sit up a little bit higher at the front end of each slat, creating that little ridge. All right, so I've designed the ultimate Rivian armchair insert here. It's actually a little modular system that works in 3 pieces. And the idea behind it, I designed this whole entire thing because I wanted to put my tissue box inside of the console and then be able to pull tissues up through my holder. So that's where the little hole here. So the way it works is this is a removable piece because once this piece goes in, it's meant to never come back out. So this kind of goes in there like this, and you can see you can take that in and out because you can access the bottom if you never need to replace the tissue box. And then this little guy right here, of course, this is where your cords are gonna go. This is where the USB ports are down there. So I recommend you get these little 90-degree adapters. And what I sort of do here is, right, I've got my little hard drive for the drive cam, and then this adapter is just gonna click on, and that just clips in there right like that. And then the cord goes over, and there's 2 little holes down here. So that drops down, and this cord's gonna come up through there. So then the camera's down below, and your tissues are down below, any paperwork, and you still have full access to your USB ports. So this little guy right here covers those little guys up, so that clips in there like that. And then if you have any USB cords, you can also run them under and pop them up here if for some reason you wanna have a hard wire that comes out the little Rivian thing on the top. So the beauty of it all, again, is that it all sits here on top of your tissue box, and that's all, again, nice and seated down inside of your armchair. It's a little hard to see in the Rivian, I'll show you in a second. But again, these sides come clear up. It gives you a nice, big, deep area on top and still plenty of storage behind. And then, yeah, when you need to swap out you need access to the bottom, you just pop this little plate out. Everything else stays in place. If you need access to your cords for some reason, you can just pop that little guy off as well, but he seats in there. There's little tabs on the corners. You can see where he seats down in as well. So there it is. Hop over to the website and the link. My son's gonna be 3D printing these and selling them in the summer. So pick yourself up one. This is the coolest thing ever. So here I've got it seated down in, my tissue box is down there. I've got my little, you can't really see here on the video, but it's all black. But the video hard drive's down there. And the cord comes up and just snakes up through this hole right here over. That's where that little 90-degree adapter comes into place, so it plugs into there. And of course you still get the light. That's why I like this method. You also still get the light down here. You could of course plug in another one down here and loop it down under and pop it up here if you wanted it to come out up, you know, in one of these slots or something, if you want to hard plug in your phone. So this is going to be the little, this is the removable piece. It's going to come in and out. It's going to be right inside here. And then of course you can just go down there and get your tissues up like that and throw in your wallet and all your other junk in there as needed. And you have lots and lots of space. And then the last little piece is this little guy right here. And it goes right in here like so and snaps in. And then again, I've built in 2 holes, so if you want to run a cord up, you can still run it up and out one of these little slots. I mainly use this, you know, for my pens and pencils and things like that. And then we've got all your storage and access to your tissues. And then when your tissue box runs out, you just pop this little plate out, swap the box, pop that back in, and you are good to go. So there is the Rivian armchair console thing we designed. Pick one up in the description. Again, my son's going to be selling those, earn a little money in the summer. So yeah, pretty dang sweet. All right, now this next little video clip I'm going to show needs a little bit of setup here. So what you're going to see is, I can't believe I caught this on film, but I was driving 75 miles an hour down the freeway, and the truck sort of shut off. All the warning lights went on. I lost power steering. It just immediately started to stop itself, and it was quite frightening to say the least. But anyway, so what happened was I was leaving the Rivian service center. I just barely got the tonneau cover fixed, replaced for the first time. And as I'm leaving Las Vegas, heading north, and I put it in the little auto drive mode, and it worked for like a minute, and then I got to some traffic cones, and then the auto drive like turned itself off. It said, you know, take control of the vehicle, can't detect the things. So I flicked it off and went through the little construction area, got up the road a little bit, and then decided to turn it back on. Well, I couldn't turn it back on. So when I would hit the button twice, a little message would flash and says, can't engage auto drive. And there was 2 warnings on the dash that I had never seen before. One was a red steering wheel, and the other one is a little yellow car that kind of looks like it's driving off the road. It's a weird little icon. So I didn't know what these warning symbols were, but I couldn't put it in adaptive cruise control, nor could I put it in auto drive mode. So I'm like, of course, right when I'm leaving the service center, I can't do these things. And so I'm like, well, I'm just going to take a video right now, because what I had noticed is the truck seemed to be pulling to the right. And so I was thinking, well, maybe the alignment got messed up when they replaced everything, because they had to do some other work with the recall and things. So I think they had to take all my tires off. So I was thinking maybe it's the alignment that's causing it not to be able to engage in auto mode. So I decided to do a video to show the icons I was seeing, you know, when you submit a support ticket. So I'm filming, and then I decided, okay, I'm gonna let go of the steering wheel, and you can see the truck pull to the right. And you know the little bumper strips on the edge of the road when you roll over them, that they make the loud hum to wake up, you know, if you're falling asleep. So I'm driving down, I waited till I got a nice straight stretch, and I let go of the steering wheel, and I'm filming. And sure enough, the truck drips over, and I start to hit the bumps. And so I pull it back into the center, and then I say, okay, I'm going to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, and I let go. And I go over, and the second time I hit the bumps. And then when I started to pull back in, everything just went, everything kind of went off. So that's what you're going to see in the video. And I was kind of shocked. I didn't know what was going on. So I had my phone just sitting there for a second, and then I like couldn't steer. So I just dropped my phone in my lap and was like trying to figure out what was going on. Anyway, so that's the setup here. So just leaving the service center, heading back north on I-15 from Vegas. I got these 2 new symbols. And I'm not sure what the yellow one is, but I can't put it in auto drive. So whenever I try to push this down, flashes this and said adaptive's not available. So I can't do cruise control or adaptive driving, but it is noticeably pulling to the right. I don't know if that's why. So you can see here, I don't know if I'm trying to focus this, but I'm going to let go of the steering wheel in 3, 2, 1, go, and see how far I'm tracking. I already just hit that just that fast. So it's definitely pulling to the right. Let me do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, let go. And whoa. System fault. Look at this. It says system fault detected. So something is so screwy. I can't drive. Look at that. Now my steering wheel is like not even working. So anyway, luckily I was only about a half a mile from the nearest exit, so I just crawled up on the shoulder of the road because it makes you go slow. I couldn't steer. Got off the exit and then was able to call the Rivian support center. They had me do a couple of resets to reset some things in the truck, and then everything magically turned back on and worked as expected. So the support people or the Rivian service number couldn't really give me any information, but here's my best guess, and I would love to see if a Rivian person can comment on this, but it kind of seemed like it was detecting as if I had fallen asleep. Because in the video, I sort of went over and hit the bumps the first time and pulled back in. And it's like, let's do it one more time. So I let go of the wheel and I went over and hit the bumps. Kind of like somebody who would do when they're falling asleep, right? They'd go, and they'd kind of wake up and come over and then, so my best guess theory is that maybe there's some sort of feature in the truck that detects if you're falling asleep and automatically turns into turtle mode and shuts off everything and coasts to a stop. Seems far-fetched to me. I mean, it seems like that would be something that we would know about. Anyway, if anyone else has any ideas, let me know down in the comments. It was definitely exciting. Got my heart rate going that trip, so I could skip the gym, I guess. Anyway, that's my update on all my Rivian stuff. Hope everyone's having a great start of the summer coming up, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.